about Walter Reed, man. You right. That was a big ass hospital too.
What up, everybody? It's your man abdush-shahid.
Need to slow
State
down.
to
Stop.
state, city, city, community to community. Listen, we'll wrap back with this enjoying doing things, right? We with my man right here. You know, we're gonna really let y'all guys know. First of all, it's great. It's great y'all guys coming back. All right. In the community TV. We're the Veterans TV show. We're back. We're testing out some new equipment here, and we just want to just get things going, let y'all guys know we're the Veterans TV show, in the community TV show, is joining with other organizations out here. I need to switch the camera real quick. I just need to follow out, sure that we're coming through right. I mean, we want to make sure that we're doing things right. Okay, so again, it's your man abdush-shahid. We with the master blaster himself. What's going on with you, man? Introduce yourself to the audience, man.
Man, my man, I'm not the master blaster.
You're the master blaster, man.
This man is the next Jerry Springer, man.
Yeah, leave it, Jerry
He's
Springer.
the next Phil Donahue.
Abdush-shahid, thank you. That's who we are.
I gave me that wonderful introduction that was so untrue.
Man, you let me explain to the people first a little bit about you, because the man is doing great things. He's not only advocating for veterans. I mean, we met the brother, you know, down in D.C., right? As a musician, some people say street musicians. This brother is a street musician, but not only is he a street musician, he actually is very involved in politics. He's very involved in helping veterans. Matter of fact, he actually ran for office a couple of times, right?
A few times. I'm the loser.
Well,
I lost. I mean, to tell you the truth. I mean, I tried, but I lost.
yeah, but you gotta be applauded, brother. Come on now, you gotta be applauded. The even wish to do what you're doing,
okay.
right? But when we met the brother some years ago, right?
A couple years ago.
The brother was committed to helping veterans. And what drew me to the brother was the brother's spirit of saying that I'm for the veterans, you know, and that's what we do. We here for the veterans. So hopefully we have some other veteran organizations gonna be calling us. Wounded Warriors Behind Bars. Y'all guys gotta know, we did a couple shows with her. Ms. Robert Salas Walker, hopefully she'll be calling us. We have a couple other people hopefully be calling us as well. All right. Anyway, back to my man. How's it going? What's going on with you, man?
Well, you know, just taking it day by day.
You still active in the community, helping veterans. You still go down to the different hearings or whatnot.
Not as much as I used to.
Not as much. So tell us about that. What changed your mind about going down there?
It seemed like I was wasting my time.
Mm-hmm. What you mean by that?
It doesn't seem like there was really too much corruption with the government, man. Too much corruption. A lot of abuse. As veterans, I mean, I've experienced a lot of abuse myself, man.
Tell us about that. Tell us.
Well, people abusing their position with the government. They're telling lies, writing bogus reports. They got the little hustle going. They got a little racket going. Mm-hmm. And the poor veterans, the homeless veterans, are easy people to take advantage of. I mean, that's one of my strong things right now, protecting the poor veterans, defending the poor veterans. It's one of my main causes right now, protecting the poor veterans and defending the poor veterans.
You know, I think what you all got to understand is, I'm just gonna put it out simple, right? There are a lot of veterans, a lot of us, we believe in these politicians, right? And
I don't know, some of them.
Some of us believe in these politicians.
Some of them, well.
And some of these politicians are getting paid.
All of them getting paid.
They're using us, our sacrifice,
yep,
to fatten their pockets.
I heard that last week at the VA hospital from other
Right.
veterans saying the same thing.
So and I'm gonna try to say this as political correct as possible, right?
Try to be diplomatic.
I'm trying to be diplomatic about it. Yes, try to be diplomatic about it. We have to take ownership of that.
True.
We veterans have to take ownership of what's happening to veterans, right? If we, now, again, some veterans don't care what happened to another veteran, right? There are veterans like me, you, and some other veterans out there who we are networking with really wholeheartedly care about veterans. So there are politicians, some of them who care about veterans as well. So we're talking about closing of VA hospitals, right? So we have to understand, why are VA hospitals being closed? And then why are some VA hospitals being built with nobody going there? I mean, like, why? So to me, again, it's politicians who are getting paid to have those hospitals put in their community, their districts, knowing that the data, the information they've given the VA is not being supported. So now what the VA is going to do now is say, okay, because you don't have the people there and this is abuse, we're going to close down these hospitals. But it's been proven over and over that VA hospitals is much better than privatized hospitals. So why are they closing down? Why are they doing it? What's some of your thoughts on that?
Well, I was even surprised you said that before. I never knew that VA had a good reputation. I never knew that.
Right. And because the media, quote unquote, some media, because we the veterans, we always let y'all guys know. Some media, that's, like they say, if it bleeds, it leads, all right? So that's what's going on now. They got to throw the bad story out. Let's explain all the bad news, what's going on in the VA. You don't hear the good things that the VA hospital is doing because it's so heavy. VA veterans dying over here, such and such is happening over. All this bad stuff is happening at the VA hospital. But why? Where's the good stuff? Where's the good stuff? The VA is doing wonderful things. It's not going to be reported by major news because major news is being fed by who? The same people. Some, I'm not going to say all, but some of the same people who feeding the politicians, rushing veterans away from the VA hospital, are the same ones who are controlling these media outlets. All right? That's just my spill. Okay? So we want to hear from y'all guys. Call in 24, what's the number? 240-455-0096. If you agree with me or you disagree with me, call in. Let's talk. Let's have the conversation. You get your guitar. You gonna play us some songs?
I guess I will.
He gonna play us some songs. Y'all guys come by and check us out. What's the name of the song? What's the name of the song? Like, why? Tell us a little bit about the song.
Genesis.
And what inspired you to do this song?
I made it as I go along.
Y'all guys check out Matthew. Make sure y'all guys check him out. Matthew on the guitar, doing his thing.
7,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, there was a man by the name of Moses. Wrote a book called Genesis. 7 letters for Genesis. Moses talked about the heaven and the earth. Said, let there be light. Moses said, let there be light. There's too much darkness in the world. He talked about Adam and Eve. In the Garden of Eden. Somebody ate the wrong fruit. In the book of Genesis, they talk about Noah's Ark. A man by the name of Noah. Gonna rain for 40 days and 40 nights.
Wow, man, that's a powerful song, man. Like, you know, what inspires you to write your songs? First of all,
Well, I just kind of make that up. I
Yeah,
mean, just
yeah.
kind of like make that up. But
Yeah.
I've done it a few times before, though. You know.
once again, for those people just tuning in, Shamin Abdush-Shahid, we're the Veteran TV show, and we have Mr. Matthew here. Mr. Matthew is a veteran. What branch of service you served in? Army.
Used to be a homeless veteran too. Used to be a homeless
You
veteran.
know, a lot of us veterans went through that, and you as a homeless veteran at one time, you know, here in DC, how did that make you feel knowing that you signed pretty much on the dotted line and give your life for this country, right? And this country somehow gave you the boot in the butt, you know? Nicely put. How does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, it's like, you know, from being in Washington, D.C. for 27 years, I was 27 years, I spent 15 months in shelter the first time, and 6 years and 5 months in shelter the second time. And, you know, came to D.C. in 1991. I never testified before City Council in 2005. And the first time I testified, I said, when you're a homeless veteran, living in a homeless shelter in your hometown, it makes you sick to your stomach, man. Because it literally don't make no sense when you think about intelligence and leadership. But you know, you hear about bureaucracy, you hear about corruption. And a lot of people say the system's broken, man. Yeah, system's broken. Like fighting against each other, man. I would say America's at war with itself. But, you know, the story of America is not no secret, you know, from from the American Indians to slavery, you know, to Emancipation Proclamation, to, you know, people fighting to ride in front of a bus, you know, Vietnam War, you know, 58,000 soldiers died in the Vietnam War. But we killed 1 million Vietnamese. You know, I mean, was that right? I was at the VA hospital last week. One of the people talk about the same thing, you know, I mean, this, you know, the game gets kind of ugly at times, you know. What can I say?
You know, first of all, again, we want to applaud you for doing what you're doing. A lot of people don't understand the passion that we as veterans have, right, for another veteran. Some of us, not all of us, have the same passion, right? Some of it is a game, some of it is a way to get money, and some of it is a way to help veterans and the veterans' family, all right? I think what takes place is that some politicians, the reason why they're closing some of these hospitals is the same reason why some of these veterans are not getting their benefits. They figure they don't deserve it. They feel some veterans don't deserve it. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, this is a complex issue. And everyone is not guided by good in the heart. Some people have the opposite of good. I don't want to use the word, but yeah, I mean, some people are guided by the powers of heaven, and some are guided by the powers of hell, I guess you might say. And what can I say? I mean, it's like you gotta stay strong. You gotta stay centered. You gotta stay focused. I would say for me, Washington D.C. city out of control. It's a city out of control, a country out of control, a nation out of control, man. I think America's lost its way, man. I mean, we help people around the world, but we can't help our own residents, our own citizens, our own veterans. Something wrong with this picture. I mean, I could go on and on.
But and this is what's important, right? Again, we talk about the closure of VA hospitals and why they close it. Why do some people want the VA hospital to be privatized, right? I mean, let's look at that. Why will, first of all, you have a veteran that's dealing with a crisis. You have a veteran that's in a crisis that's need help. Go to the VA hospital. Some of the people in the VA hospital are not veterans, never.
A lot of them, yeah. Everybody who works for federal government is not a veteran, yeah.
Right. They have a different mentality than a veteran, and they don't completely comprehend the veteran who's hurt. Right? Now we understand there's a lot of people who, quote unquote, got over or quote unquote milked the system. We get that, right? But there's people who legitimate need help.
True.
Even if you go in there for a toothache, no matter what you did in the past, if today you need a toothache, you got a toothache, you need help. But veterans today, because, quote unquote, certain politicians vote away that ability for veterans to get dental treatment, veterans not able to get a simple dental treatment unless it's emergency. I stand.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's
voting for the wrong politician. I mean, that's come from voting for the wrong politicians. These politicians who say they're going to help a veteran, but yet they want to slash jobs, slash food stamps, slash the postal workers. Majority of them are veterans. So whenever you want to slash postal workers, you want to make postal workers company pay all these fines, you're hurting veterans. How can you say you are here for veterans when you're taking away those things that hurt veterans? Farmers, some farmers are veterans. So you look at all the slashing that's being done, all these cuts that's being done by both parties, because I guess if you vote and you got the majority, I got to go along with you. Either if I don't vote, I vote against it, guess what? The bill's still going to pass because majority of the people voted for it, who happen to not to be Democrat. I'm not pushing one party or another, but I'm just saying a lot of these Republicans who talk from one side of their mouth that we're going to help you, they're not helping y'all people. So I mean, y'all can and a lot of my veterans, I'm gonna say this, a lot of my veteran brothers and sisters, you're going for the yoki dope. These people don't give me a word.
2 cents about
They don't give 2 cents about you. Thank you, Brother Pat. I mean, why are they closing hospitals down? I mean, come on, that don't make no sense. VA hospitals closing down. It just aggravate the veterans. Boom, like those.
There's some people who purposely do that though.
Right.
I've heard some horror stories, man. Some people just we're fighting against each other, man.
Give us another song, man.
Well,
That's meditation. I mean, I hear a lot of I'm hearing you playing. It's very therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Comes to your mind when you playing your songs?
I mean, these are just like I'm not really a good guitarist. I mean, these are just little grooves I have made up over the course of time from just grooving on the sidewalk, like you see, street musician, and sitting in my place, just little grooves I got. Just kind of you find a little groove that kind of got a little flow to it, and just kind of let the music take you.
A lot, and I got to introduce, first of all, this is abdush-shahid with Michael Matthews. We talk about a lot of issues, including closing down some of the veterans' hospitals, but we also talk about music, how therapeutic music is for us veterans. We shoot movies, we shoot TV shows and things like that, and we work with different cameras, and that's therapy for us. So there's a lot of things that veterans need therapy for, but a lot of veterans don't know how to go about getting it. What would you like to say to those veterans out there who are looking at us, and some of the veteran family members who are looking at us, but they are wondering how to go about getting the right proper help for their loved ones? What do you like to say to them?
Well, man, that's a really tough question, because I'm a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Been living in Washington, D.C. now for 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
All those 27 years, I spent 15 months in the shelter the first time, and 6 years and 5 months shelter the second time. I have this HUD-VASH voucher for veterans. Had to fight to get it, got to fight to keep it. You do have a lot of corruption.
Mm-hmm.
United States Congress, federal government, city council, D.C. government, corporate, you got corruption everywhere.
Right.
And so you got to really stay centered and stay focused. And I've had some very disgusting. I have this HUD-VASH voucher now for going on 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some very, you have people, as I said, misusing and abusing their position with government.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling lies. They're writing bogus reports.
Mm-hmm.
They got the little hustle. I said this 3 or 4 years ago before city council, but you got to stay. I mean, the HUD-VASH program is not a bad program. It's a good program.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these case managers, man, people got problems, man. I think there's 30,000 people work for D.C. government. Out of those 30,000, I don't know if, you know, everybody's not a perfect person. You know,
Right.
everybody's not a perfect person. People have problems. They got family problems. You got people who work for government. They got drinking problems and drug problems too. You got people working for government came out of prison too. You know, they having husband and wife issues, having family issues. The American circle is a pretty big circle, man.
Yeah.
So, but you just gotta, even I've had my voucher now for 9 years, but it's hard to trust. If you're a poor person,
Yeah.
it's hard to trust
Yeah.
the government, man.
Yeah.
One of my things I like to see the veterans law firm. Need a good veterans law firm, man.
Yeah. That brings me to a point because you always have great ideas. You always have great ideas.
I'm trying to defend myself.
Well, defending yourself and defending veterans and advocating for veterans. Before we go too far, you actually go down to a lot of the council meetings and a lot of these things. Tell us
Hundreds of
about
people
that.
do.
Yeah.
From the United States Congress, the city council. One thing with Washington D.C. is an activist city.
Mm-hmm.
There's always someone protesting in front of the White House, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is from all over the world. People.
Right.
That's one thing about America. You can protest.
Right.
Like in some places, like even Africa, man, you can't protest against the government.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certain places, they will actually kill you or lock you up, man. But Washington D.C. is a city of advocacy. People advocate. People are going to speak up, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got all different radio stations, TV stations. That's one of the good things about America. It's getting harder and harder to take advantage of people because people are going to speak up, man. American people are going to speak up.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to speak up, man.
Yeah. So when you go down to some of these councils,
Hearings, go to these hearings.
The hearings.
City council has hearings, Congress have hearings.
So when you go out to these hearings, how are you treated? I mean, do they give you a chance to talk?
Well, yeah, because it's on it's all on the government television. Yeah,
Yeah.
you testify, you sign for a hearing, you testify,
Mm-hmm.
you prepare your report, you give it. I mean, the system, it has its ups and downs, man. It has its ups and downs. You gotta go, you can't look at all the bad parts. I mean,
Right.
Social Security system's pretty good. I mean, it's like I said, HUD voucher. It's a good voucher, and whoever created it, I commend them. But still, you just gotta accountability is a challenge, man. Holding people accountable.
Right. So and that's very important because you hear a lot of people say the system is broken, the system is rotten to the core, the system is this, the system is this. What system are they talking about, first of all, and who and what system is working and what system is benefiting who? Who's getting the shaft from what system? You know what I'm saying? Because if your system is working for you but it's not working for me, then that system is broken.
Yeah, I mean, some people are content, some people are not. I mean, you can look at the Department of Justice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it's a huge department, but then just
accountability.
I
mean, DAs are sending people to jail, right?
Well, yeah.
We're not supposed to be in jail. Judges are riding along with them. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about is that system broken? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, give you an example. I got a American Indian friend.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Jay Win the Night Wolf. He does the Night Wolf show on WPFW every Friday at 2:00.
Okay.
I was with him a few months. I said, Jay, why don't you just sue the European? I don't trust no white man's court. He was I don't trust no white. Just the way he acted, man.
Yeah.
But then as I thought about it, we can remember that.
Right.
He just said, I don't trust no white man's court.
Yeah.
But then, because the Indians were wiped out, bro.
You know what? Wow.
And then he said, one thing I learned from him, he said, free land, free labor. I learned that from American Indian, man.
Yeah.
Free land, free labor, man.
Yeah. That what irritates me sometimes is that I'm gonna say this and I'm not getting pushback and it is what it is. We as black men, right? We as black men, I'll speak for myself. I'm as a black man who signed up for the military, giving my life for this country, right? And we all know the bad and the good of this country, the bad and the good with this country. We also know that there's a lot of injustice that's being done in this country, bad and good, right? So me as a black man, understanding that I, at one point, and my brother and my other family members, some of the ones we lost, no longer here. What was in our mind, right? What was in our mind that we signed up to do this for a country, good and bad, who have good and bad, but yet, to this day, have not apologized for the wrong they have done to people of African descent.
That's an ongoing issue, man. The universities are talking about that. That's an ongoing issue, man. I mean, it's like, and I joined the Army in '75. I joined the Army to get away from the chaos at home.
Right.
You know,
right,
I mean,
right.
I was doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing. My dad was doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing. So I joined the Army in '75 to get away from home, man.
Right. And a lot of veterans, and again, we talk about the good and bad of joining the military, right? The good and bad of joining the military is that a lot of times we look for the opportunity, right? We don't see what can happen. We're looking at the opportunity of what can happen positive. We're not looking at the opportunity of what negativity can happen. We could lose a limb, get shot, or die, right? Some of us look at and focus, we're gonna have a better life. We could do school, we could do this. But the young brothers and sisters who go into the military now, they're not getting what we had, the GI Bill and some of these other things. They're not connected as we were connected. They're not getting paid as we got paid. What'd you like to say about that?
I don't know if that's true though. I mean, I don't know.
Veterans, in other words, regular Army, enlisted, and weekend warrior, National Guards.
Yeah.
Those are the people who are being pulled out now. All right. Do you know what? I don't know if you are aware of how much trouble a National Guard have to go in and get their benefits. How much aggravation it takes for a person National Guard or reserve to get their money.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a knowledge of the area.
We talked to a lot of them, and we're gonna talk to more of y'all guys. We got Robert Salas from Wounded Warrior Vets Behind Bars. I believe her program, she's doing some great things. We're gonna be looking forward to touring her. Wounded Warriors Behind Bars. Again, veterans after serving, coming back, getting into trying to support themselves, trying to support their family, get behind payment, and they have to do something that they feel in their head to bring in money to take care of their family. Wind up in jail, or there's a dispute. They leave home, they come back, their wife is pregnant, or another man. Something happened. What do you want to say about that?
Well, I mean, I can't really comment on the male and female relationship. That's too technical, man. I mean, that's just too technical. Yeah, I don't want to even jump in that arena. I don't want to try to. That's the male and female relationship is too deep. I don't want to even jump in there. I mean, because too many feelings involved, too many, emotions involved. You might have sons and daughters involved, so that can be, I can see that even. I ain't getting in that one. Can't jump in that conversation.
So that's my point exactly. I mean, that's exactly my point. When you have veterans who just coming from a situation, right? Whether it's because you don't have to be in war to be wounded. You don't have to be in war to get hurt. There's veterans who die in training. There are veterans who getting hurt in boot camp, basic training. There are veterans who are getting eye injuries, smashed, trauma in boot camp. All right. So you don't have to be in a war situation to witness trauma, bullying. All right. Physical assault, sexual assault. These things that a lot of veterans, deal with, and that even before they go anywhere, right? Those things can happen in boot camp. So again, my thing is those veterans dealing with that, come home. And what you just said, that emotion. They're already in the crisis already. They're already going through this thing in their head, trying to take care of the family. And they come back and these people they voted for snatch the rug out of them. So now the little help they could get, like food stamps, and a lot of veterans on food stamps. And I don't mean veterans that look like this. Right? So there's a lot of veterans out there on food stamps, and food stamps being cut. So what does that do for the veteran who is unable to take care of his family now? Survival of the fittest kicks in, right? For some reason, these veterans gotta do what they gotta do, and they end up in jail. And so, wounded warriors behind bars, Robert Silas Walker. Hopefully, she'll call in, and we'll have more. Give us another song, man. You gonna do something on the djembe or what? What you gonna do?
Oh yeah. I mean, I ain't that good, but I just,
You are good, man. You be out there. I see you, man. Man, give us whatever you want to give us. Your man Michael Matthews, again, a veteran out there. We're going to talk a little bit about his programs. He has some programs he wanted to issue off. He got a law firm thing he wanted to put together. Matter of fact, we're putting a challenge out there. Any of y'all veterans want to join us in going down to some of these hearings? We'd have to get at least 7 veterans that could participate with us on a weekly schedule to go down to some of these hearings, and we're going to come back after he finishes, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. All right, some of his programs. He got an acting academy he want to put together. He has a health program he want to put together. This man got a lot of ideas. So you guys, keep checking out. Okay, we want to say thanks very quick. It's your man abdush-shahid with my man Matthews on the drums. We want to say what's up to people. A quick shout out. We haven't been touching things, but Robert Walker Silas, waiting for you to call in. Patricia Jenkins, thank you so much for watching. A lot of y'all other people for watching. Thank you so much for y'all guys watching. Right now y'all hearing Matthews on the phone. Veronica, what's up? Veronica gonna be calling us too, right? Veronica, the number y'all guys want to call us, please call us 240-455-0096. Call in now if y'all have any questions for Matthews or y'all got a situation you want to talk about. Miss Sharon Volland giving us a thumb up. Thanks, Miss Sharon Volland. Miss Sharon Volland got a serious book, Mosaic of Madness, coming out. Y'all guys make sure y'all check that book out. Matter of fact, it's out now. Amazon. 5 stars, y'all. 5 stars. Miss Sharon Volland, Mosaic of Madness, 5 stars. Make sure y'all support what she's doing. Ibrahim Ali, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I'm gonna mess his name up. I'm gonna say Payne. Adia Payne is watching. Robert Walker Silas, where you at? Patricia Jenkins is watching. Thank you so much. Okay, again, we asking everybody. A lot of people asking me questions. All right, I don't know why you're asking me questions on the phone. Call the number 455-0096. All right, that's 240-455-0096. Call us on that, or either 455-0108. All right, that's the other number y'all can call us on. All right, so if you have any questions, we're here, and we are taking phone calls. Okay, so I want to say thank you to everybody. Lassay and some other people. Don't forget tomorrow, Roach Brown Show, everybody. We're going to be at Ben's Chili Bowl tomorrow at Roach Brown Show, and make sure y'all guys come in there for that. We're gonna be streaming that WPFW 98.3. All right, that show starts. It's a 2-hour show at Ben's Chili Bowl. I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. I haven't seen y'all guys. I heard from y'all guys since last year. So anyway, Happy New Year. I hope everybody's holiday is great. Everybody's happy, and we want to say condolences to those who lost loved ones this time of season. And again, it's all about us joining hands and moving together. Right now, y'all guys are listening to Mr. Michael Matthew, who actually ran ran for office a couple times. And as he said, he lost. He's a loser. But I don't think he's a loser because he got a plethora of information of how y'all guys can actually mobilize and run for office. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about that, how y'all as individuals, if y'all wish to get into the political arena, some of the do's and don'ts, what can help y'all guys. We're going to be talking about, again, closing of the VA hospital. How do y'all guys feel about closing the VA hospital? I'm going to be honest with you. I've been hearing some things that people are saying that damn veterans, y'all getting enough. Y'all getting enough anyway. Y'all getting, y'all get everything. It's like, pardon me, we get everything? I don't think so. I don't think so. We signed our life for this country and getting kicked in the butt every day for it. So some of us, not all of us, some of us. But if you go down any street corner and you see a veteran from Vietnam, you see a veteran from World War I or World War II who's still living, ask them are they getting everything? All right? Ask them, are they getting everything? All right? So, again, it's your man, abdush-shahid. Want to say what's up to everybody. Y'all listening to Michael Matthew on the djembe. All right? So I'm just calling a couple of y'all guys in right now as he do his solo thing. Let y'all guys listen in on Mike Matthews.
$1 trillion. $1 billion. $1 million. $1,000. We the Veterans. The Veterans Television Show. We the Veterans. The Veterans Television Show. 7 powerful words. We the Veterans. The Veterans Television Show. 7 powerful words. Department of Defense. Department of Affairs. $1 trillion. $1 billion. Good jobs for veterans.
You said something very, very important, and I commend you for that. First of all, thank you so much for blessing us, man. I appreciate you so much, man.
The next Phil Donahue.
Man, you better cut it out. Phil got his. Later for Phil. I don't mean no disrespect, Phil. Um, some of them is coerced to buy. I'm gonna be honest. You better buy some of our equipment. Buy our garbage. And I'm gonna say it. And you guys know it. Anyway, talking about closure, talking about how important it is to advocate for veterans when these people are spending all this money on these equipment. If you don't have a person driving it, drones, right? Again, taking away the
For me, you gotta say trust in God, man.
Right. Robert Sala, pardon me for cutting you off. Robert Sala, she says that majority of the Vietnam soldiers by next year is going to be in their 60s. That's a dying
In
population.
their 60s, they're getting in their 70s.
Right.
Man.
So that's a dying population right
Yeah.
there. And again, that money and again, I know this from talking to people. We're gonna research it. We're gonna make sure we have somebody here next time. We're gonna research it. The National Guard and the Army Reserve are not getting what the listed got. Michael Matthew, he been playing us some songs. He have been talking about some issues. Before we go, Mike, I've been telling him about a lot of your ideas that you have. The law firm that you wish to establish.
The Veterans Law Firm, yeah, man.
The health thing you want to establish.
Yeah.
The movie studio that you wish to establish. There are a lot of things that is in your heart that you always wish to establish, and now you have the opportunity to establish. Do you feel now? How do you feel now? And before I go any further, please talk